What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Set and Figure Out podcast. So I think we're on episode like 22, 23, something like that. And this is going to be a little different podcast. So we have a returning guest, Mr. Roy, and then we have Mr. Q. What it do, guys? So appreciate you guys. My bad, I'm laughing, bro. I'm just looking at your arm,
bro. Leave me alone. So I told Alex not to mention my arm during the podcast, and he just wants to cyberbully me for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoying this.
So what's up, what's up, Q? Good having you here, bro.
Yeah, it's good to be here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Last time we chopped it up was at the FX Summit. Shout out to the Summit for everyone was there. But no, it's good to be here, bro. I'm in Miami this weekend. I was throwing with Destroying and just in the Fort Lauderdale area, so it's dope to pull up, bro.
Yeah, I know you're Mr. Viral now, so I don't know. I'm honored to have you here, honestly.
Yeah, it's love, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just all keep working.
So let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what'd you do? You went viral? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, a couple things, bro. Like, I know what it's like to go viral and be the main actor, like in the main person in the video, and I also know what it's like to make content that doesn't include me that also goes viral. So like, the one that I was in, I smoked a joint in game in a professional league after a touchdown, and it did millions and millions of views, and I did it for a bigger reason. I got cut from that league, but I understood that if I'm gonna make the conversation be had, then somebody has to be willing to be the scapegoat. Somebody has to be willing to do it on a level like that. And after I hit the gas, I had like 3-4 more touchdowns, won MVP, and just made the statement like, athletes can still smoke cannabis and be high-level thinkers and high-level performers, and somebody had to do it. So, and then outside of that, in the last 20 days on my Instagram, I've been creating reels and things of that nature that they don't include me, but it's still creative director, more so content, and it's done over 50 million views in the last 20 days. So,
oh, fire.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, bro, we have many skills. We're much more than traders, so it's fun to see.
Yeah, just live life.
Exactly.
Because you don't care to get kicked out of the league. You're just doing your thing.
I mean, that's half the reason of what we do is like the freedom, bro. Like we all wanted to escape somebody telling us you got to be here at this time. You're gonna make this set amount of money. Like the market is uncapped. Our time is free. We choose what we do with our time. So it literally was the stars had to align for me to join a league and say, I've already been trading for 5, 6 years. This league is just something I'm doing for fun. Like how J. Cole went and played basketball. Everyone's like, J. Cole, why are you going to play basketball?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, because there's going to come a time where I physically do not have the option or choice. So for me, it was like I knew the charts weren't going anywhere. I knew I could trade when the season was over. So I devoted 3 months of my life to getting back into playing football. Just to do that, just to hit the gas.
Just to go viral, fuck it.
I mean, yeah, I was watching the league like a year and a half ago, and I was saying to myself, like, I saw they had a celebration cam, and I thought that was really cool and unique. And that's when I had the idea, like, damn, what if someone scored a touchdown and went and sparked the gas? Like, and so I was very methodical about not doing it the first game. Like, the first game I could have done it and got kicked out then, but I waited till like the 6th or 7th game of the season because I wanted to show people I could perform at a high level before doing something like that. And then when I did it, I didn't wait till the end of the game. I did it the 3rd play of the game. I threw a touchdown.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hit the gas and then proceeded to cook shit while cooked. So it was like.
But you've been playing ball since before. Like you've been playing ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been playing.
Tell
since.
them about the story. Tell them about Memphis.
I've been playing since high school. Me and my boy Polly went to the same high school. Shout out to Hayfield in Northern Virginia. And I didn't have any offers, bro. Like, so the biggest thing is trying to get a scholarship to get free education. I didn't have anything, so I went to junior college in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. I was betting on myself, bro. That's why all of us have reached the levels we've reached, because we bet on ourselves. And I was willing to do that, and I ended up becoming the #1 quarterback in the nation. Crazy. I had a bunch of full ride scholarships to all these different schools. I chose the University of Memphis. I get to Memphis, and my roommate ends up being this 6'7", 240-pound guy who ended up going 1st round as well. So I sat behind him, and that was a lesson in season of like strip away, the ego, and strip away any type of feeling of like, why am I not getting the shine? And learn to be a team player, learn to be supportive, even if the moment is not for you. So, after sitting behind him and then moving to Denver, my best friend, my roommate, he became a millionaire, bro. His first contract was $9 million, but I was working at Target.
For playing ball?
For playing ball, bro. He got drafted to the Denver Broncos. He asked me to come live with him. I move out there. I'm like, this is lit, bro. My best friend's making millions, but I didn't have a car. I only had like 2-3K to my name. But I always made it very clear. I was like, bro, I don't ever want you to give me money. Like, I don't want that to be a thing that comes between us. Our friendship means more to me than you just giving me a couple G's. And so that's what caused me to get into trading, bro. Like, I was stocking shelves at Target, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. for 3-4 months. Started Googling ways to make money online. I see the word Forex. I think it stands for fake Rolex. Right? I wanted nothing to do with it. But after enough conversations, I always ask myself, if not this, then what? I actually wanted to get into real estate, but without a car to go see the properties.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the only thing I can do from my phone or laptop that's going to actually give me the results that I want. And that was the beginning, bro.
Damn, that's crazy. Like another Forex, like Q.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Facts.
So that I know you posted a video on your Instagram once that you were walking. You
Yeah.
were walking next to like a
Against the traffic.
I think it was like on the highway or something, and
Yeah.
you were literally like, you look younger than
Yeah.
what you look now.
So I got into trading June 26, 2017.
Oh,
That
wow.
video was like March 28th, 2018.
So like a year in already.
So like a year and some change, I'm still not seeing results. I would have like a couple decent days and think I had it figured out, and then account blown. And it's like, but the conviction, that's why I tell people, like, sight is a function of the eyes, vision is a function of the heart. So that video was my vision. Like, that was me understanding that even though right now in this current moment, although I have $3, I know these are 7-figure feet. And like the fact that I'm walking against traffic is just the symbolism of we're going against the norm. Like, I have my bags, I have no money, I get everyone that's in their cars probably coming from a 9 to 5. But I gotta walk to the airport because I invested everything I have to go to this convention to learn and gain more wisdom. And that's where I realized I was always willing to go back to zero just to get a little bit more gain, because I knew the game was the only thing separating me from the results that other people had.
That's crazy, bro. That's a story, bro. Seeing things like that, like, I love it. You get me?
Facts.
Seeing how Q back in Target, James homeless in his like basement, basically.
Dunkin'
Right.
Donuts.
I got Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, sir.
But like one thing is like, I mean, because it's kind of crazy because we were all, well, you definitely started before me, but we were kind of all like in the trenches at the same time. You get me? And now where we are now, obviously, which we're all blessed and it's great. But what it kind of like gives me like goosebumps is same way how at those times we were in the trenches and then we came out. There's guys right now either watching this or like gonna watch in the future that they're in the trenches right now. Give them like 2-3 years and then they're gonna come out. You get me? That's what's crazy to me because anybody could just come out whenever. You just gotta hit like consistency. That's what a lot of people feel like they lack. But you know, only the strong are gonna make it out. You just gotta really want it bad.
I mean, if I can pick both of you guys' brains, that person that's watching, that's trying to make that breakout, obviously looking at it from this side, you understand what you were doing wrong at that time, how much you were stressing over trading and how much that was impacting you. What do you guys feel like was that shift from Target and from Dunkin' to be able to actually get consistent with trading or to make that part of your lifestyle?
I mean, he said it. There's like no other way out. Like it's either that or that. Like there's literally no other result. All you had was $3. Right. Your butt back. You know what I mean? All I had was my job at the time. Probably had a little bit more because then I had another business. But there's no other option. It's that or it's just gotta happen. I'm gonna just keep failing until it happens. In my opinion, you get me? That I feel like that's what kept me going. And then something that like I never lost hope was seeing, you know, all the other guys on social media, you know, like making it happen. I'm like, bro, this shit's legit. You get me? Like it could really go down.
For sure.
I think the biggest thing was just like, I feel like even with your podcast, bro, you decided you want to do a podcast and now you have enough equipment for like 7 podcasts.
Yeah,
you see?
I got a lot of shit.
Like,
Yep.
it's the mindset though of like, once you put your mind to this, making that decision, that concrete decision, then it's like, it doesn't matter what obstacles come in the way. Like you said, the first episode you guys did, you said the microphone was backwards.
It was a
and,
mission.
And people were upset that they couldn't hear Roy. They thought he was underwater with Squidward.
I hope you guys are happy now. I hope you guys can hear me loud and
In the
clear.
4K, they can hear you in the 4K.
Well, for those of you guys that don't know, we filmed that podcast 3 times. Like, shout out to Roy because my first time ever being on a podcast was on Roy's channel. And to me, it was like, I can't believe I can't like make this happen the first time. You get me? The first time something happened with the camera didn't record, and Roy's in from Miami, so he was like, you were flying out for the whole summit that was going on. Like you were like in the mission back and forth, and Roy was stressed already just for the summit alone. So having him come back in like 2-3 times was like, bro, my bad, bro.
I'm like, bro, did you forget to hit record? Like, does the camera not have an SD card? No, but I appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Yeah.
And what I like about you guys' stories, honestly, it's pretty similar. It's a story of not giving up because everybody who's watching this is probably in a period where they've had success and they've come back down and they can see themselves being successful, but they don't know how to get there. What I'm always trying to do is kind of reach those individuals and bridge that gap between what they have to do today. Like, what is it? What are some things that you guys were doing at that time on a day-to-day basis? You're tired from work, you get home. What are some things that you guys are doing that you feel like set you apart from the pack?
Yeah, I mean, what I love so much, even like playing professional football and even college football, is like every single practice would be specifically scheduled. Like every 30 minutes, you knew exactly what it was scheduled for. And they were very particular about making sure within those 30 minutes to an hour that we maximized those intervals. So I'm like, if we got a 3-hour practice, there would sometimes be 15 minutes broken down within that 3 hours. And it just made me realize and be more aware of like, even as an entrepreneur at home, if I'm this diligent about what I do with my time, if I start blocking my hours and saying I gotta show up and try to give these blocks my best, my all, no different than when I'm at practice, then that's where people will see results. I think people get caught up in being busy versus productive. And it's like, okay, yeah, I was working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whereas like I could work from 9 a.m. to noon, but if I don't have my phone on and I'm super locked in and just, you know what I'm saying, really being productive, then you're getting more done. So
that's pretty interesting you say that, because like now, like me and my I have a couple partners on different businesses, and like we're like figuring out right now that exactly what you said, the structuring hour per blocks. Yeah. Like I'm getting to the point now where like I'll structure like my bathroom breaks. Like I won't go to the bathroom unless I got to. You get me? And that way your day is so much more sufficient. You get, personally, I like getting everything done in the morning. Get everything out in the morning, and then I like leaving at least 2-3 hours throughout the day where it's just creative space. Yeah. So like lately, like now I've been getting into like this new mindset where I'm just trying to like build new shit or just make shit happen, right? So I literally get my phone. I've tried to leave it at the house, but I literally can't leave it at the house. You never know, a phone call just pops up. But I either leave my phone in the office, and I go to the other room and I just think. TV off, no music, bro. I'm just looking outside and I'm just thinking of some shit, because you got to give like that free time to like structure creative stuff. But that comes with building those blocks. Right. That's crazy. They say that you had that back in the day. I didn't figure that out till like recently.
Yeah, I mean, because the same way we're like very conservative about how we spend our money, and I talk to people about this all the time, is like, we spend our money, we can always make the money back. Mm-hmm. But we spend the time, we can't make the time back. Yeah. So like, if we're gonna be stingy about our money, we need to be 10x stingy about our time, bro. For sure. Because at least the bread we can get back on the back end. Like the time, we don't get that back, bro. So like, I'm hella stingy about my time. Where I go, even phone calls. I used to find myself being on the phone with people for 30, 40 minutes. And I got to a point where I realized like, as much as I could just continue to shoot the shit with this person for 40 minutes, if we're not talking about anything, like, I gotta go, bro. Like, if I'm in a season of elevation or like sometimes we gotta separate. Sometimes it takes that, bro, because sometimes people are so close to you in relation that it's hard for them to be able to understand that separation in order for you to reach that elevation. And honestly, bro, when my amygdala and my hippocampus are activating on all cylinders, I'm tough to outwork. I'm tough to beat.
What is that? What is it exactly?
The hippocampus.
I don't know what that is.
It's a certain area of your brain. I've been putting Roy on to understand. Even the brain is 80% water. So it's like staying hydrated and making sure that people incorporate that on their day to day.
Why? Because he's a non-believer. Oh, it's a funny way to end it.
Jason just throws left curves sometimes. Like,
yeah. No, this guy's deep.
No, he had me up until the hippocampus. And I was a little bit confused.
Well, talking about elevation, I know you've hit 6-figure days. Yeah. Gangster, congratulations.
Hold on. Sorry, talking about elevation. Talk to us about level up before the 6-figure days.
Let's talk about level up.
Jason's talked about his 6-figure days. We're not getting into this, but talk to us about level up.
I mean, so level up is something that Ro and I basically created. So like, one thing is having the society, like, like having like the community, having everybody, like you educate them. But like, it sucks, you get me, not having the money when you had $3 in the bank. The reason why I'm profitable is thanks to a funding company. Because if I didn't get that big payout, it set me aside to take less amount of trades. So once I got that big payout, I understood that, all right, dope. Now I got 12 months of my monthly expenses covered. Bro, I don't got to do shit. I can literally go fuck off for a year. Kind of how James did for like 6 months. He fucked off in the middle of Europe, like whatever he did. But I can just do nothing and I'm still got my whole entire year paid for it. So like me and Raul, talked about it, chopped it up. And then we got the right partners, the right investors. And we literally created a leveled up society where we fund people. And then along the side with that, since we educate people, we literally teach them how to get funded. There's many funding companies out there, which we all offer, more or less the same thing. parameters kind of change a little bit. But what we offer is a society. Like, we don't want to just for you to get funded. Like, we want you to grow along with the business. We want a new Lambo Raul to come out, a new QB, a new, Alex G, or anybody to come out. You get me? Traders are popping up all the time. Shows you that anything is possible. That's kind of what we created.
Okay. I just wanted to know a little bit more about that.
Appreciate it.
As long as people understand too how young this we are a part of the gold rush as far as trading is concerned.
100%.
And but that's
100%.
as long as people understand too, the same way not everyone struck gold. It's like not everyone's gonna hit this level of trading.
Bro, that's facts, bro.
I mean, not everyone wants to hear it, but I'm gonna be honest. The same way, not everyone will hit that level of real estate. Not everyone will hit that level of dropship.
Okay. But say that again. The goal, because I think people are gonna overlook that. Say it again, because that's perfect.
Yes, it's just the numbers are the numbers, bro. Like for me, when they said, "Hey, Jason, out of high school, just to let you know, 0.01% get a Division I full ride scholarship." I heard that statistic, and I had two choices. Mm-hmm. I could either be so frightened by trying to climb that hill that I just said, "All right, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the military, or I'm gonna walk on somewhere and see what happens." Or I could double down, bet on myself, go JUCO, play with two separated shoulders, and become the #1 quarterback in the nation. Because I tell people all the time, it's like what you practice in the dark will get praised in the light. And so if people are actually back testing at home, if people are actually taking their demo serious, if people are actually working to get funded or even traded their own capital, there's really two choices. Like you can trade your own bread and be a little bit more aggressive. You might not, you know what I mean? You might not, it's gonna be a lot riskier, it's gonna be a lot edgier style of trading. Or you can go the funded route and try to do your best to maintain a conservative style of trading so that we can pass your challenges, get paid out periodically. And as long as people focus on tomorrow coming, then it's like there's no reason of risking it all today. Right?
Yeah.
It's like you plan on waking up tomorrow, yes or yes. Okay, perfect. Now that we got that out the way, why are you risking your entire account today?
Yep.
And it usually stems from comparison. Teddy Roosevelt said comparison is a thief of joy. So it's like if I'm constantly looking at what someone else is doing, what's that going to do? That's going to try to cause me to rush my process.
For sure.
Because you get FOMO.
A lot of people see everybody's journey and they want the results now, but they don't understand how long it took. Because like none of us were sitting there putting up vlogs when we were eating shit and fucking blowing accounts. Like nobody wants to see me blow 3 US 30 accounts. But after you get that shit down, then everybody wants to pay attention. So after a while, everybody wants the results right now. With the funded programs, is there any advice that you guys would give? My advice for people is kind of what you guys were saying, which is don't rush your process versus someone else's. It might take you a couple tries. It might take you a few tries. As long as you're still consistently heading towards that right direction, you're going to get it eventually. At Chart Addicts, we coach a bunch of students. It might take somebody 5 or 6 times on their try, but then they can become successful and have a consistent 4 or 5 months on a program. And so really it's about the consistency. Jason said about self-belief at the beginning. And so what are you guys' biggest pointers for those funded challenges and what people should be paying attention to?
I mean, at the end of the day, like just having a plan. Like I said, there's really only 2 ways to build an account. You either go with a bigger account size, whether you do funded account or whether you try to work out a deal with someone to do some type of capital management. It's just people need to understand OPMs as well, other people's money. Like if you don't have the money, but you gain the skill set and you have enough backing, whether it's an FX book or previous trading history, to then go to an investor and say, hey, I have a skill set, and if you're willing to bet on me, let me apply that skill set to your capital. Like I'm all about skill sets at the end of the day, whether it's playing football, whether it's public speaking, whether it's Adobe Photoshop, Premiere. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, it's just the skill sets. I view this shit like an NBA 2K character, and I want to get all my attributes to 99. Mm-hmm. Not because of anyone else, but because it's like, if I feel like I have the op and a ceiling and a potential to do that, why wouldn't I? Like, that's the beauty of the pursuit of all of this, you know? Mm-hmm. So trading is just one aspect, bro. Like, I got so many other things I'm way more passionate about than trading. I gained my passion for trading through just being in it every day.
I feel like a lot of people lose sight of that because they want to get all the passion for, like, for me, trading is cool, but it's probably like now consumes like 35% of my day. You get me? Like, I don't like trading is cool, don't get me wrong, it's there, it's not going anywhere. And me, as much passionate as I grow for it, it's not gonna grow for me. Like, it's just gonna grow with me over time. So now my new passion is just building, getting involved in other things because I could manage that. for example, let's just say, I don't know, I make cups, right? Let's say all the money I make in Forex, I reinvest into cups. All right, there I can run ads, make new designs in cups, do brand deals, make them fucking look crazy and shit, you know? But that I could be passionate for because what I put towards the cup is going to give it back to me. Bro, I can't like do anything I want in front of these charts. They're not doing nothing for me. You get me? And like I kind of learned that over time. But you know, a lot of people kind of find that error because they come in only having passion for trading. But over time, the markets will humble you to that point. To your point that you're saying about how to get like funded easier, bro. We literally have a minimum trading days for a reason. People want to pass on one day, like what you say. People, are we waking up tomorrow? Yes or yes. Okay, so we literally set you guys up to succeed. We set a minimum trading days for a reason because we don't want you to come in no minimum trading days because then boom, you want to pass first, second day. That's not ideal because now you're rushing it. We give you 10 minimum trading days to show you, bro, guys, take your time. Like, there's no need to rush. If you pass before then, all right, cool. But just know that we don't want you to pass right away. We give you 30 days, 45 days, whatever the case is that we give you. But we give you a minimum to know that you guys, there's no rush. I tell everybody, if you're looking to target 10% a month, go for 2.5% a week times 4, 10% a month. If you can't get one trade a week for 2.5% a week, just take a break. Come back to the charts because the markets will give you an opportunity like that week.
And you guys can't see this off camera, but he has it written on his trading computer.
Yeah.
It says 2.5% a week equals 10% a month.
Yeah, right there.
So it's serious.
And that's been there for like a year and a half, 2 years.
For sure.
I want to ask you about that though, because you know, obviously people know I have my affirmations on the back of my phone. I've been doing like for like last 3-4 years. So I want you to kind of give your reasoning behind, like, why do you have things visual for you to see what, you know, the 2.5% a week, the set and forget? Why is it important for it to be something you see every day?
Well, I mean, for me, it's like you get very distracted. You know, social media, life, you know, relationship, drama, whatever you got going. There's a lot of distractions. So, like, I personally don't like trading from my phone. Like, I usually do it at my computer. I set an alarm, set and forget. So whenever I'm trading in front of the computer, like, I need to literally remind myself. You don't know how many times that shit has helped me where I'm like, all right, I'm about to close a trade. No, set and forget. It's not on my take profit. And the trade's paid out. Yeah, there's times where it takes me out of break even. Shit happens. But to me, this is like you guys right now are in like my den. This is like my zone.
Yeah, so, I appreciate you letting us in here, bro, because I know how treasured my shit is too. So it's like to let anyone in.
No, but I have this set up for like people to come in and feel at home too. You get me? But to your question, like I come here to work to trade. So everything that I have there's to remind me of. Basically, I have filtered everything out to a cone to the most important, and that's it. Everything else, I don't need to remember of. So.
There we go. I mean, this podcast is called Set and Forget. I do want to talk to you guys both. One thing I admire about both of you is you guys are both kind of swing traders.
Yeah.
You're both very patient for the setup and patient for it to play out once you're in. For me personally, I'm a scalper. I have a very different personality, and I really don't like to stay in the markets that long. What do you guys think is the difference? Is it a personality thing? I know you and I talked about it on the podcast with Raul, whether it was personality versus just preference. I kind of want to get your take, Jason. You think it's personality or preference?
You and your brother are planning on doing some real estate deals. Depending on when you get in, it could be months or years before you end up getting out. What's the difference in trading? I get into a deal with your USD, it could be weeks, it could be months before I decide to get out of the deal because I'm happy with the exit price. So it's not so much, is it trading style? It's all in your head, bro. Everything is in our minds. It's all the same. Crypto, I have a different exit strategy. I'm planning on buying and holding for 3 to 5 years. That's my buried treasure. It's like everything I'm putting in there, it might as well not exist. And I also do that for my own internal pressure to keep my foot on the gas. Because like I've learned about myself, if I leave too much money in my bank account, then I get very comfortable. I get very relaxed. I get very nonchalant. And it's like I have way too many goals and things that I had to put my own internal pressure on. And it's like when you start burying that treasure and only leave yourself with a set amount to pull from, that forces you to get up every single day and hunt as if you had fucking nothing.
There we go.
That's crazy. Do you have any crypto? Do you own crypto?
I mean, it's like I have XRP, I have Telcoin, I have XDC. I mean, I have a good amount. Also, shout out to Happy Dad, our sponsor. Shout out to the Nelk Boys, full send all around for the boys. I don't even drink beer, but here it is, the Celsius for the boys.
And shout out to the Metacard too.
The Celsius for the boys, full send.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, Where's the sponsor? I didn't get no sponsor. no, but
It's on the way.
We speak life into the life, baby. Come on.
That's us speaking into the
The
promise
last podcast we talked about NFTs and crypto. Did you end up
really good.
getting deeper into the game? I know that even when we spoke, the crypto markets were still down, and you were kind of feeling that pressure. Are you still in that game? Are you no longer in that game?
If I was feeling the pressure back then, I'm like knocked out of sleep right now. Like I'm like, then when we were talking, I was probably down like 65%, 70%. Now I'm probably in like 99.999%. I invested into 4 altcoins that I bought, let's just say at $1. They're at 0.000001 right now, and I'm down over 6 figures in all the altcoins.
Now, when you were looking for those projects, was it something that you were like researched and believed in, or was it just something that you sort of saw potential in? How did you kind of do that process?
Amazing question. I'm glad I asked. I'm glad you asked that.
So I closed my eyes and I picked a random.
I'm very
one,
glad you
Magic
asked
Eden.
that. So I give my experience and my advice to the guys out there. Like, yo, Roy, you gotta buy this shit right now, bro. You're just buying this shit's gonna go crazy. And yeah, that's what happened.
How you bought it?
Yeah, that's what happened.
So you guys, if your Uber driver is telling you to buy Dogecoin, just get out the Uber and don't do it.
No, bro. Literally, that was the week that I made 70 or like 67K in one trade. All of that money went into all these altcoins. This guy just convinced the fuck out of me, bro. Whatever, he got me. Obviously, he didn't make no money off of it, or at least I don't think he owns the coins, which I highly doubt it. But like the way he was explaining to me he was so passionate about it. It's like, bro, because this is when like the metaverse, NFTs, when everything was like, bro, like we're gonna start living in these VRs. You get me? That's where I'm tripping.
Shit was
now.
like at an all-time high across the board.
Well, bro, like imagine the highest point. Yeah, that's where your boy got it. Like,
I mean, I'll say this, bro. Like with any crypto or any investment period, it's just all drawdown until you decide to actually liquidate your loss. So it's like, as long as you're not liquidating, then fucking sit in the DD for the next 3 to 5 years, and you'll be surprised, bro, what ends up happening because we all know where the market in general is heading right now. You know, it's even as we see the DXY rise, it's like it's no fucking question as to why it's rising. They stop printing money, so it's like they stop printing money. What does that do to our money? Increases the value. No different than fucking Pokemon cards or sports cards or cars itself.
You know, I own they're up there. I own like 2,000 cards. I have some serious cards there, but
baseball cards,
baseball, Pokemon, basketball.
List off a few that you have. Maybe somebody watching this wants one.
Bro, I have
list off a few.
Bro, I have cards there. I have the full fleet of Michael Jordan. The 87 fleet.
That's
no,
yeah, bro.
This man brought in the box.
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah, I'll bring it right here. Whoever wants to buy this shit off me, please message me. This is probably
message,
bro,
message,
but like so
game.
the issue with this thing right here is that you gotta get them like verified.
Yeah.
You gotta send them to
PSA.
Yeah, TSA or whatever.
PSA, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they're like graded.
Yeah, you gotta
for
get them
specific
graded.
quality assurance.
Some shit like that. But bro, I have cards in there like 40 years old, which is ridiculous. Yeah.
It's like NFT holding that.
Yeah, set and forget. I'm saying
Yeah.
that. Set and
Real
forget.
good. Real good.
But yeah, to your point, that's where I was just like with the cryptos. I'm like, you know what? From this point on forward, anything that I invest into crypto, I'm gonna treat it like real estate. Just let it do its thing, and over time, it'll go up in value. I hope.
I mean, especially now, bro. It's like it's just reverse order as far as how you got in. You know, it's like everything was at an all-time high. You're seeing arenas get bought up and labeled, and it's like
That's crazy, bro.
it's just the concept, bro. It's like as you see everyone else jumping on, it's almost to be expected. Like, all right, we gotta take one more dip. And that's why we keep telling people zoom out, like zoom the fuck out. Like go to the daily, go to the weekly, go to the monthly, and you'll still see for the majority that these are still all bullish patterns. It's like, but that's where you can tell when people are putting more in than what's actually risk capital. And it's like, I get it, we all do that, but like the self-acknowledgement of I'm only tripping over this bread being in drawdown because I put in way more than I could.
Then I was yeah. People really need to know the difference between being an investor and a speculator. An investor, when your investment goes down, you have conviction in it, so you just keep putting more and more into the investment. The speculator, when their investment goes down, starts to panic because you don't believe in that shit in the first place. So if you actually believed in what you were buying in the first place, as it dips down, you see a discount. That's an investor. A speculator starts to panic as soon as they're in drawdown. So if you don't believe in what you're buying, this is not financial advice, but now is the time to dump that shit. Because over the next 12 to 18 months, only quality assets survive.
So you mentioned you want to get into real estate. If you want to disclose, or because you're very educated, like there's some shit you say where I'm like, bro, what the You know. So why are you getting into real estate? You don't think it's gonna drop?
First things first, if a multifamily expert is watching this, if you guys are a real estate agent in Miami, I'm looking for multifamily units, 8 units, preferably somewhere close to the hotspots. But
Fire.
really, real estate is 2 parts. One, it's a chance for you to own a piece of land and to be able to develop it and add value to it. So people there, you see a specific property, you can actually improve the quality of living there, just off basic stuff. Some people don't have a decent driveway. Some people don't have decent air conditioning, need renovations and air conditioning, living quality, flooring, and things like that. So anywhere you can add value, I feel like that's where people should be putting their attention. But really, it's also a great cash flow stream, and it's a great tax investment too.
So you don't think it's gonna retrace anytime soon?
Not in Miami, no.
No.
And the rest of the country, yeah, Q4, Q1, you can expect some kind of retracement in the real estate market. But specifically in Miami, I feel like it's resistant.
That's funny you say that. I was playing poker with the TPT guys, with Neo and Sean.
Where's my invite, bro?
You know Miami.
You're always scared. And he beat me in chess. He beat me in pool. But now he's scared. He's scared for poker.
You play poker too? Oh, you don't want to smoke a poker, bro.
Bro, let's turn off the cameras. We got this.
Yeah. Let's
We are gonna have some kind of tournament, you know.
Yeah, there's gonna be another FX Summit you got going.
We're gonna do FX Summit 2023. If you guys didn't
Say it again, Roy. Say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
We're hosting another summit, FX Summit 2023. If you guys don't know, we hosted a summit back in May in 2022 here at the Miami Beach Convention Center for traders, investors, and crypto experts. We ended up doing a car show, full dinner, VIP events, conferences, trade show, everything in between. Next year, we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to do a 007 type, themed event. There might be some water, some boats, and we're going to leave it as a surprise.
Fire.
And one of the top 2 crypto exchanges will be sponsoring the next event, so it's going to be pretty big.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know this last one was like, it was definitely an experiment. It was a learning curve.
Let me get you guys' take. Let me get the honest take here. Alex got something to get off his chest.
No, I don't have nothing. I think it was great. Everything went. For me, it was just like I was more amazed at the fact that you could put us all in the same room. Like that to me was like, holy shit, this guy figured that out. Because to even get all of us in just on a Zoom call, you did that first. Once you got us on the Zoom call, all right, this guy's onto something. Because getting us all on the Zoom call, that's like impossible. Getting Ro on a phone call is impossible. So if you getting Ro, Q, me, Anthony, Q, like it's just something else, right? So once we went to go do the walkthrough the first day, I'm like, oh, this guy's serious. Like if you had not been working on it for a year, right? Like if I'm like pretending like if you haven't had done it. But no, to me, I think it went great. I think it generally went perfectly as planned. For me, I think it was great.
Alex saw it from the very start. I was talking to Alex about it. He was like, yeah, this thing could really be, it could be something. Like, let me know how it works out.
I remember.
We started to build and build and build.
I think you told me and Ro, like one of the first guys, and then like you were me.
Paul was there. Me, Paul, and the rest of the
guys
team.
at the old place.
Oh,
right?
the old house, yeah.
We had a dog too.
Yeah. And then you're like, yo, I'm thinking of doing this thing. And I told you, I'm like, look, bro, if you could get Q on and Ro, I think you'll get everybody. And then it just fucking snowballed after that.
I mean, everyone watching this knows it makes sense when everybody's collaborating. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. Everybody's just in a great place because it's just more value. A lot of the time as traders, we tend to get very focused on what we're doing, especially our trading and what we're doing because we need to be focused and keep out distractions. But every once in a while, it's really important for us to get together and to show people like it's bigger than us and, keep everybody involved. So that's what we try to do with the FX Summit. Next year, obviously, it's a bit of a pressure pull because we have FTX and Coinbase trying to sponsor.
Yeah.
So now there's a certain standard we have to reach, but the same kind of energy we brought to the first one, we're going to bring to the second one. The first time it was like, I can't believe I'm having a conversation with Alex. I can't believe I'm talking to Jason on the side of this thing, and he gave me this one piece of insight that changed my life. That sort of thing we want to keep bringing every year. That's what we're going to be doing.
I think next year will be like 2-3x minimum because everybody saw that it was legit. A lot of people were still speculating about it, so I think it'll be at least 2-3x.
Way more.
Way more?
I mean, the first
We're
one
doing
was
like 3 to 5 minimum.
Fire.
Like the first one's always the hardest,
Yeah.
Like I remember when Roy came to me with the idea, and just like I could see the vision, but once again, me seeing the vision is not the same as Roy and his team and all the people that were a part of it. Because obviously, Roy had the vision, but there's a lot of people. We always talk about staying on the shoulders of giants, and it's like you guys see us doing well, but you don't see everyone that's behind us supporting us and helping us make moves. It's like. So just to hear it from the beginning and then also see, this man pull it off with the team, It was, you know, it was a thing of beauty because I was only there for the first day, and then I had to leave, and then I came back on that Monday just to celebrate the event. But like, I mean, what can you know what I mean? Like, what more can you ask for? The first event, the pinnacle. I kept talking about it being the Mecca because it's like this niche is still so new, bro. Like FX Summit. Period. Like that. Those don't exist. Like we're all like, bro. We're all under 40, bro. Like, well, most of them are all under 35. Like,
bro, Alex is young, bro.
No,
Alex, remind everybody at home how old you are, bro.
I'm talking about.
What is ahead of the curve, bro?
I'm talking about the FX Summit.
I was
panel,
sniffing
bro.
glue
Like,
at Alex's age.
Look at all the people that was a part of the FX Summit, bro. That age bracket is not just Alex's age, bro.
For sure.
Trading in general, bro. There was not many people that was a part of the summit or spoke or was, you know what I'm saying, doing something that's
It's under 30s, honestly. Everybody was
saying,
really under 30
yeah.
or like early 30s. Trading really is a new game.
Yes.
Like people who grew up with technology, who grew up with the internet, those are the people who are gravitating towards trading because really, like up until 2008, you had to call a broker to put in a trade. Like
2008. Oh wow.
Yeah, like ECN brokers and electronically controlled networks and MetaTrader, none of that really came out until the early 2000s. So once that technology came out, it made it easy for people to trade. Shout out to Dr. Olson. He made it possible for people to take a micro lot size and open the door for everyone to start trading. Nowadays, everybody can leverage as much as they want, trade how much they want.
Yep.
The real key is self-control and discipline.
Yeah.
Now you have a blank ocean. You have, let's say, an X dollar amount in your account, $1,000. You could blow the whole $1,000 in one trade. You could leverage it up to however you want. The only thing stopping you is your own self-discipline. So how do you guys think about this, like the markets? Open ocean, you can leverage however much you want, but you have to create the parameters. How do you guys structure that?
Yeah, like I it's literally a free for all. I think that's probably like the biggest issue in trading. We know it's psychology and like the structure, but like if you don't have structure in your own life as a whole, like if you're not organized, you're not educated, you're not properly, how you say, like time blocks. If you have no organization in your life, period, whether it's your job, just anything, it's not gonna happen in the charts because you just bring over that same energy and it's not gonna make any sense. You get me? Like you're not gonna be in coordinate with how you're supposed to be with the market, in my opinion. And that's why I feel like a lot of people fail because a lot of people are just sloppy as they are, just regular. You know, they just go about life, you know, chilling, which is a cool way to live. You get me? A lot of people are just fine with just going by. Let's be honest.
No. Let me stop this.
No.
It's not.
Well, it's
you're
not.
watching this and your life is going by. Cut that shit out. This is not a trial run. You have one chance.
Yeah.
You are in the game right now. Get the fuck out of that chair. You're vacuuming right now. You're doing your laundry. Get up and do something. Mm-hmm. This is not a trial run. This is not a drill.
Well, yeah, you do only have one.
Letting life pass you by is not okay. You're gonna be 80 years old, crusty, but regretting your life.
But there's some other people that they don't have like the same ambition. They're just cool with just making whatever they make, and they just rather have a peaceful life. You get me? A lot of people don't want to do that, go the extra mile to get the extra mile. That's basically what I mean. You get me? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's important for us to acknowledge that, like, in order for the ecosystem of it all to thrive, like you go to a Starbucks and there has to be somebody there to make the coffee and give you the bagel or whatever you order. And like that's just the reality of it. So I learned a long time ago to not try to force people into a lifestyle that I believe is called for me. And that's where it's like, as long as people are searching something that genuinely makes them happy, if it's a job that they genuinely enjoy going to and they're happy to go home to their family and their kids and the dog and the fence and all that shit, then they're winning. Like they don't have to make $100K in a day. Like they're fucking winning already. So, you know, it's like, but if you are built like us, then it's, you know, it's a difference in being a dog. Here's the bowl of food every single day. It's going to be the same amount, the same fucking bowl, the same water, versus the lion you might not eat for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. But like when you do, we're finna take down 2 big ass bison. And like, you know, we're gonna, the whole hood is eating for the next couple hours, bro.
Believe in yourself. Put in the work. Don't give up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of the Set and Forget podcast. We have 3 incredible guests. We have FX Alex G, QB Stu, the man, the myth, the legend, and of course, Roy Dunya, co-founder, CEO, Chart Addicts, signing off.
All right, appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.